the discussion we have had now is just one of the possible discussions to the same question. Okay. We talked about the role of attention, or the only critical role of attention. Like by your attention, you could look at a book and understand the contents. You could understand mathematics, managerial economics, quantitative techniques, and so on and so forth. By your attention being sensitized, you understand how to repair a cell phone or how to operate a computer program. Okay. In other words, attention is the same. Computer programs you did not know, that you know now, and your attention can know what is the problem with the computer program. Okay. Similarly, they think describing the program of enlightenment, your attention will get it. Not possible. Why? Because this computer program is within you only.
It has to be triggered in me.
Yeah. And this computer program is about attention only. If you talk about that in that way. So the first requirement is to get tuned with the track of Satori is empowering the engines of attention. Okay. That is what we discussed. Now you need your engine power of reflection and thinking and conceptualization, because the language they talk about to this enlightenment, how do you know what that language is about? We do not know, or the originals of that language, because the word is not the reality. The word mobile phone cannot dial a number. Alright? In other words, the original of the word mobile phone is this particular thing.
Yeah.
Similarly, the original of the word Satori is some particular thing. I mean, it's a thing or state or whatsoever. So that understanding the language of enlightenment is the number one requirement in a different sense. Rather, grasping the originals of the language of enlightenment is the number one requirement. Then attention to capture the originals. Now a lot of people understand the language of enlightenment, unlike in the past, because they have been exposed to that through various means. The Upanishads and the yoga methods and pranayama and all those things have been here in India for the last so many centuries. No one was interested. Now, because of a lot of campaigns, especially brought into the attention of the world by the so-called glorified West, Indians are also interested. Swami Vivekananda was here in India. It is not that he gave the first ever talk before the UN assembly. But when he made that talk in October, whatever date, in 1958 or whatever, then only the Indians also became interested in that. Similarly, so many wonderful mystics and sages, mystics like, Ramana Maharshi or J. Krishnamurti or Vivekananda or Ranganathananda Swami, and all these people have been talking for so many years in so many locations. Then only the people of, in general, some people of India became sort of sensitized about the possibility of this. Sensitized meaning they became familiar with the language of it. They have become just familiar with the language. They don't get the original of those languages. So first you have to see the original of the language, which requires the power of projection and language. Then attention has to be applied. That much of gap is there. And at a different level, once the engines of your attention has become really empowered to have its varying speeds of control, you don't have to know what is enlightenment either. It will automatically go around and find it out. Because that original state is the given state of the you. It is not that something you have to search and find out. That's why use the word enlightenment. When the light is on, you see the available. And the light to be turned on is the light of enlightenment. Attention. So you don't have to know. That's what the brilliance of the Japanese innovation. They realize that all these knowings are of no use. They realize that it is just the work of seeing or just the work of switching on the light, that's all. When the Indian mystics went on describing what you see, the Zen masters realized that you don't have to give explanations and descriptions of thousands of pages about what you see. You see, they go around talking about the consequence, anandam. You will get anandam, blissfulness. Going on talking about the state of blissfulness. You don't have to give that talk. You talk about the torch. When the light is on, you will see. That's all. That's why Satori is patently different from enlightenment. Satori is about that quick turning of the light. Whereas enlightenment is like the Indian tradition, going on, talking, explaining, describing, gradual preparation over decades. And with that gradual preparation, you become all the more separated from that. Actually, because such a lot of knowings, such a lot of knowings. Now your attention starts expecting to see whatever originals or whatever you have comprehended from those languages. Like if people want to see Krishna, and if Krishna appears in any other dress, they will not notice something like that. Because they do not know what is enlightenment. They only know the languages about enlightenment. They do not know, that's why they are searching for it. And if they know, they don't have to search for it.